Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all well. It's the end of the season, it's around the corner for Newcastle United with 3 cup finals left for the Magpies. We've got 2 home games against Brighton and Leicester City this week, Thursday and the weekend, and then our final game is home against Chelsea away, our last game of the season. Depends where we'll finish, what players we will bring in the summer transfer market. Champions League football will definitely attract better players, it's as simple as that. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see what happens. Do we finish 4th? Do we finish 5th? Is it Champions League? Is it Europa League? We'll have to wait and see, people. But yeah, the 5 positions I think Newcastle need to strengthen next season is left back, because we know for a fact that you got Jamel Lewis there, you got Dummett. I believe they're dead. Would they need sold? I believe Dan Burn isn't a left back, especially if we get Champions League. He will get absolutely rinsed off a top draw right winger at that top level, elite level. So we need to bring a left winger. 100% need to bring one in. Centre back, I think we need to bring one in as well, because we've got you've got Botman, you've got Shaw, the main 2 centre halves. You've also got Dan Burn. If we do get left back, he'll drift back in the middle. But I think we need one more. I believe we need one more centre half. So we've got 4 strong ones. I think that's somewhere we need to strengthen as well. But this is another really important one for me, one we've been crying out for a long time now, is a proper CDM. We need a holding midfielder who drops in that hole, who runs it all. Because at the minute it's Bruno, and let's be honest, he needs to be further up the pitch, in more advanced positions, so he can assist and score goals. That's what he does best. I think he's wasted at the back, and recently of late he's been a bit poor in my eyes. Like, he's been very sloppy on the ball, he's been losing the ball, giving the possession to the team, and it's a real struggle for him at the moment in time. I truly believe Bruno's carrying an ankle injury at the minute in time, because you can tell he always goes down, hold his ankle. He just doesn't look comfortable as he used to. He looks a little bit injured. So we need a holding midfielder and a right winger as the next one. You know, there's one person that I want, and I'm always going to say it's Moussa Diaby. He is my number 1 on the right wing, and I want him and him only. That's what I want on the right wing. But again, it looks like Bayer Leverkusen might just miss out top 4 in the Bundesliga. So if they don't have European football next season or Champions League football, will Newcastle attract him if they get top 4? You'd think so. So yeah, there's another one, but the next one is a striker. I still believe we need a striker. We've got Alexander Isak, we've got Wilson, but if one of them gets injured, we're knackered. We haven't got no backup. We've just got them 2. I believe we need about 2 strikers, I'm honest. 1 or 2, definitely in the summer, to challenge them. Because if we're playing in Europe as well next season, that's another competition to play for. It means that we need a bigger squad to cope with them games. Otherwise, if we had a thin squad, we'll have Wednesday night, Saturday night, Wednesday, Sunday in the Champions League group stages. We're going to be tired. We're going to be absolutely ruined. So we need to definitely bring in 5 players, and that's the 5 positions I would secure. Left back, centre back, CDM, right winger, and a striker. But now then, let's get into some transfer rumours that we have going around right now. And the first person who has been heavily linked with Newcastle United is James Ward-Prowse. James Ward-Prowse, the Southampton legend, I would say. He's been there since he was a little kid. Their academy, he's grew up there. They have just been relegated, so I truly believe that he will be sold on. I'm hearing they want £50 million for him. You've got to remember his English, the English tax that kicks in and all that stuff, you know what I mean? I think he's a real good player. His set pieces, his free kicks are amazing. And if I was Newcastle United, I would be looking at him very, very, very much so. I'd be looking to bring him in. I don't know what 50 million like, but you can try and tamper with 35 something like that, see what they do. But this kid will go into some stats now. He's been at Southampton, you know, since he was a kid. He made his debut in 2014. He's played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 seasons for Southampton. And if you just look at the stats on the screen now, this season, 36 matches, 8 goals, 3 assists. The season before that, 36 matches, 10 goals and 5 assists. The rest say it all. He's pretty much sets up around about 6-7 assists a season, and he's pushing about 6, 7, 8 goals a season. If he was at Newcastle United, I believe it'll be good for him. He'll be with better players around him. But I've saw what he can do in free kicks. I've saw him smash screamers in the top bins, and if we didn't get James Maddison, why not James WardProwse? I think James WardProwse is a very good player, and I've watched him for years, and I've always liked him. And I think he would be really, really good at Newcastle United. So he's the first one into Newcastle, because you look at the minute in time. In midfield, we have Joe Linton, we have Bruno, we have Sean Longstaff. Joe Linton dropping there, you know, Elliot Anderson and stuff like that. But I think Elliot Anderson's more of like a left forward for me, not really a midfielder. We are crying out for someone who can do a direct pass through the middle, and I think James Ward-Prowse is the man. His passing is unbelievable. His short passes, long passes. He's got a great vision, great eye for a pass, and I think he would be amazing if Newcastle could sign him up in the summer. Dominik Szoboszlai, the Hungarian player who plays for RB Leipzig. He has been linked with a massive £70 million move to Newcastle United, and I'm hearing that is in his release clause. He's 22-year-old. He's a fantastic player. And we'll look at his stats now. He played 29 matches this season, 5 goals and 8 assists. Season before that, 31 games, 6 goals and 8 assists. This player for me has also played the Champions League this season, scoring 1 goal out of 8 games. He's also played in the Europa League season before that. So he's got European experience. We'll have a little look at him now. He looks a really good player. And I think out of the one I've just mentioned there, James Ward-Prowse, I'd rather have this person here. Yeah, he's an absolute beast, you know what I mean? He's played for Hungary under 17s, under 19s and 21s. He's played for the Hungary. He made his debut for Hungary in 2019, scoring 7 goals out of 30 appearances for his country. You know, he also used to play for Red Bull Salzburg, and he's actually got honours as well. He's won the Austrian Bundesliga 4 times and the Austrian Cup 3 times with Red Bull Salzburg, and then he moved on to RB Leipzig, which he won the DFB Pokal. It's a bit like a league FA Cup in their league in the 21-22 season. So he's won that. He's won stuff with them. He's a youngster. He plays for his country. He's only 22 years of age, and this kid just looks the real deal. He looks a quality player, lots of potential. And I believe that this player for me will be amazing in a black and white shirt. He's an attacking midfielder. And again, if we don't get Maddison, go in for this player. But we'll have to wait and see what happens. This player looks really class. He's just a really, really good player, if I'm honest. And yeah, I'd love him to come to Newcastle United, but we'll have to wait and see what happens, because he is an absolute outstanding player. And he would definitely improve Newcastle United's midfield. Next player is Conor Gallagher. I've done a video with him a while back, but he is, again, it's rumouring around the mill that he is heavily linked with Newcastle United yet again. You know, he's at Chelsea at the moment in time. He's a Chelsea boy. He's been there through the ranks and stuff like that at Chelsea's academy. He was on loan for a few seasons. He's been at Charlton Athletic, Swansea, West Brom. But it was in 21-22 he really shined for Crystal Palace. And I believe that he played 34 times, scoring 8 goals. And I think he was their player of the season. And that's when Chelsea thought, oh, he's done all right to him, so we'll bring him back to the club. And look, he's done all right for Chelsea. Even though Chelsea have brought in like a shed loads of players, their champ management is ridiculous. The owner, how many players they've bought, they need to ship people out in the summer, simple as that. Conor Gallagher has actually done all right there. His passing, his movement, he's got an eye for goal. He can score a screamer. I'd like him at the club. I'd like him. But we'll have to wait and see what happens. But I think he's a good player, and I think he definitely would improve our squad. And I think that's one that Eddie Howe and Amanda Steer and the board will definitely be looking at in the summer. They'll be looking to bring him in. We all know we're going to be linked with everyone in the summer when the market properly opens. But yeah, he's another one on the shortlist for Newcastle United, which is fantastic, because years ago Well, we had no hope, ambitions. We weren't buying any players. We weren't even loaning any players. We couldn't even loan Chowdhury for 650,000, whatever it was. It was ridiculous. But now Newcastle are in a great position. Yeah, we're in the top 4. We've got 3 games left. We know if we win 2 of them, get 71 points, we will be in the top 4 for next season for the first time since 2003 or something, won the Champions League. So it's amazing to see. There's the 3 players that I truly believe that Newcastle will go in for in the summer, and they're realistic targets to me. They're realistic. I think they are realistic. Let me know in the comment section what you think of these 3 players linked heavily with Newcastle United of late. That would be great. Now moving on, Newcastle United play tomorrow night, Thursday, live on Sky against Brighton. This is a massive game, we know it is. We know for a fact that Liverpool have just won the other night. You know, they won comfortably 3-0. They've won 6 in a row, I think it is. They're absolutely flying high. We know if we slip one game up, we are going to get punished and Liverpool will hunt us down. Simple as that. Because they are hungry. They're playing the form of their life after a poor start of the season. Newcastle United can't afford to slip up, you know, after slipping up the last few games, you know, beating off Arsenal, drawing against Leeds. That's dropping 5 points already. We need to go out there at home at St James Park tomorrow night against Brighton. And we need to put on a good show because you've got to remember, Brighton have just piped Arsenal at the Emirates 3-0. And they absolutely battered them. I watched the game live on Sky, and I'm telling you now, Brighton are a dangerous, dangerous team. The players they've got, like Caicedo, the tackles he gets in is class. Unbelievable, that player. You know, you've got Alex McAllister as well. He's been heavily linked with Liverpool for 70 million. The Argentinian won the World Cup with Argentina. He is amazing, the number 10. He can drive at people, create chances to score goals. And it's just absolutely scary. And then you've got Matoma. Matoma, for me, Jesus Christ, he is absolutely class. He on the left wing is scary. He's terrifying. He can just run rings around you. He's in and out. He takes a shoulder. Boom, he's straight off. He is dangerous. And Trippier is going to be, trust me now, Trippier is going to have to be on the ball against him because he is absolutely lethal in the form of his life, Matoma. And Trippier of late, we all know, he has struggled. He has struggled. His form hasn't been the best, and he's going to have to be really on his game if he's going to stop Matoma on Thursday night. Simple as that. Then you look at Newcastle. Callum Wilson's in the form of his life. He scored now 17 goals in 28 games and 4 assists for Newcastle United this season. That is outstanding. That's the most goals he's scored since he's joined Newcastle in the black and white shirt. He's having the season of his life, you know what I mean? I just wish he could stay fit for a full season. Because if he did, Jesus Christ, he'd definitely get plus 20 goals a season at 25. I truly believe that. And I think Callum Wilson right now, his target will be in his head. Get 20 plus goals, and I'll be happy with that. He's on 17. If he can score about 3 goals in them 3 games, I think he'd be delighted with that. He'd be ecstatic, in fact. Callum Wilson's on fire. Isak is a brilliant player. He didn't really do much the last game we played. But I think we have a reaction now. We drew with Leeds 2-2. We need a reaction. We need to win this game for Champions League, and it's simple as that. It is a must-win game tomorrow night if we want top 4. Otherwise, I truly believe it will be the Europa League. But you know what it is, guys? Whatever happens, I'm proud of the players, I'm proud of the club, and the owners and the managers and everyone around it, everyone, because we've done so well in the past 18 months, something like that, since the takeover, to even get there. Nobody predicted Newcastle would be in top 6. No way. I would have said the first season was 10th or something, the first proper season of the Serie takeover. So it's amazing to see. I think we're well ahead of schedule, you know what I mean, where we should be, but we are where we are. We deserve it, you know what I mean. We should be proud of ourselves. We're up there because we are a great team now under Eddie Howe. Eddie Howe's Black and White Mags, absolutely love it, and we are absolutely class. And yeah, let's really go out there tomorrow night and just put a good performance out there, and fingers crossed for a result. I'm sitting on the fence. I'm not going to do a score prediction because I'm superstitious. But all I'm going to say is it'll be a very hard game. But if we do win it, then we deserve top 4. I truly believe we deserve top 4 anyways, the way we've been playing all season. Now, battered teams